Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing Tea Street. I'm going to jump right in today because I've got a little bit to say, and then I'm going to jump off because I've got a lot of work to do today, and I just want to have the, quiet to be able to get some things done. So today my topic is don't skip the process of silence and solitude. When I was in seminary, there was this whole section that I had to study on spiritual disciplines. And one of the spiritual disciplines was silence and solitude. And we had to take some time to go away. And so one of my friends allowed me to go away to her cabin and spend some time by myself to experience what it meant to be cut off. Couldn't have my phone, couldn't have music, couldn't have any of those things. Just to be cut off and be in silence and alone in solitude, and to figure out what were the benefits of such a practice and such a spiritual discipline as silence and solitude. And so what I discovered in that time is that it is a process, because most of us claim that we get our energy from people. Most people who know me know that I'm an introvert, and I really do get my energy from being alone. That's where I'm the most creative, and where I get my source of restoration and all those things, refill. It all happens when I'm alone. But it made more sense to me that just because I'm in solitude doesn't mean I'm in silence. So I wanted to talk today about what are the benefits of going through the process, the intentional process of silence and solitude. Well, for one thing, for me, it allows me to hear when I'm by myself and when I don't have all the white noise. I don't have music, I don't have scrolling, I don't have any of those things happening. It allows me to hear God more clearly. I find that when I practice silence and solitude, when I'm by myself and I always tell people that my ADHD brain needs music and all that stuff to be creative, but the real truth is that when you are silent, it increases your creativity. It allows me to learn more about myself. When I am alone with tea is when I really get to see who I am. What are the things that really make me tick? And I want to know me, because it's impossible for me to share me with other people when I don't even know who I am. And so silence and solitude will produce you knowing more about you. Can I just tell you? There are some practical physical benefits to silence and to solitude. For one thing, when you're silent, it gives your brain a rest. Your prefrontal cortex, which is the place where all these things are always being processed, it gets a chance to rest, and it doesn't have to process stimuli. And because it's not processing stimuli, guess what? It gives you a chance to daydream. It gives you a chance that's when your thoughts are running rampant and all your creativity is coming forth, because your brain is so relaxed and it's not processing. That the natural state, which is what I think is like how our brains are wired naturally to be in default, where creativity and daydreaming and brainstorming, all those things happen when we give our brains a rest in silence. And can I be real honest with you? When I've practiced solitude, it gives me a greater appreciation for the relationships that I'm in. I'm a better tea to other people when I've had time to be by myself, because when I'm alone and I'm practicing solitude, when I come out, when I'm rested, and the me that needs to be alone has had that. So when I come out and I experience other people, I have greater appreciation for them when I engage. Those are the things. Now, how can you practice solitude and silence? Some things, some strategies you can do. Get up early. Get up before everybody else is up. When you get up, don't start scrolling. Just get up. Maybe you sit in darkness. Maybe you meditate. Me, I pray. Sometimes I don't do anything. I just wake up at 5:30 and I just sit with the darkness. And I allow my mind to just be rejuvenated and restored. And I allow whatever the thoughts are to come forward. The thoughts that I don't normally hear when I'm scrolling and watching the TV at the same time and listening to morning prayer at the same time, all those things. So I get up before everybody else. Sometimes when I don't take lunch very often, but when I do, can I just tell you, sometimes I don't turn on music or anything. I get in my car and I leave and I drive for my lunch break, just to have some time by myself. You can take a long walk, go on a hike. But when you go, don't take your earbuds, because you have solitude, but what you don't have is silence. Your brain needs both, and your spirit needs both. There are studies that show that when people become comfortable with being alone with themselves in silence, they're happier and they have better mental health. And if you're a person who can't stand being alone, you probably need to go get some help and ask and get to the root of why you can't stand being alone. Good morning, Jill. Blessings to you today. I just wanted to come on today and talk to you and say, whatever you do, don't skip the process of silence and solitude, both being alone, but being alone in silence, because from it will come great benefits, not the least of which is creativity. When people ask me all the time why I'm able to create so much content, because I spend some time alone and in silence. So I'm the Amazing T Street. Nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. So today, don't skip the process of silence and solitude. Have a great day.